Hey guys, good morning. Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. How's everyone doing? It is 1 week before the holidays head into full high gear. I feel like we're already in high gear for holiday season, but so excited. We have all kinds of fun holiday stuff for you today, but I'm going to be sharing today on the show my top 3 secrets for how I grew my company from multiple 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. So let's get started. If this is your first time joining, my name is Cyndi Williams. I'm known as the Wanderlust CEO because I help people grow, scale, and supersize their travel businesses all over the world. And one of the things that I do is this amazing live stream, which is also turned into a TV show called Bliss to Abundance. You can find it on Roku streaming, Amazon Fire streaming, Apple TV streaming, and it's also a podcast by the same name. So if you prefer podcasts, check it out on iTunes, Spotify, all the places, because we do great content to help you keep your travel business growing and to help you get it started in the first place if you're thinking about it. But if you don't know me, I always share 2 fun things. I have an insane coffee mug collection, and I love crazy earrings. So today I have the cutest coffee mug because we're holiday themed, right? How cute is this guy? Oh, I have a little lipstick on there. You can tell this is not a fake coffee mug. It's been in use this morning, and we'll show Instagram too. We have 2 cameras working today. So cute, right? This is from a company called Glitterville, not sponsored. I found out about them on Oprah's show, and I love their stuff. It's so cute. And look at my cute little earrings I brought for y'all today. We have little gingerbread men, which are just the cutest, and I have all my holiday stuff. Got our charm bracelet on. We are just holidaying it out this morning. So welcome, and let's get into the content we have prepared for you today. So if you are thinking about getting into the travel industry, or whether these 3 secrets could actually be for any business out there, okay? But specifically, you guys know I work with travel businesses a lot because travel is my passion. That's what I love to do. So I was just reflecting, a lot of times with the live stream, I count on divine inspiration on what I should talk about, or I hear the things my clients are struggling with, what do they need help with, and so sometimes we'll take those topics and make them into live streams. But as we wrap up the end of the year, as I'm sure many of you guys are doing, is you're thinking about, how did my business do this year? Did it do as well as I hoped it was going to do? Did it do better? If it did, that's awesome. Or are you struggling? Like maybe you love travel, but you just haven't been able to figure out what that thing is to get it to work, right? So wherever you are in your journey, I hope that these tips will help you today. So as I was reflecting, I literally, I could not believe how much we did as a team this year. In 2018, so 2 years ago, right, I doubled the size of my company. 2019, we tripled the size of our company. And that's just astounding to me, because in a normal growth pattern, you're growing 10% or 15% or 20%. We are just going crazy with getting everything in place and doing the things we need to do so we can scale and support our clients. And it's just been an amazing journey. So as I'm wrapping up the end of the year, I'm thinking, what are the things that are continuing to make us a success and continuing to allow us to grow at this insane, amazing pace as we move forward. And it reminded me of how I would run businesses 10 years ago, because I've run 6-figure businesses for over 10 years. So I'm not new to running businesses. I've run different types of businesses. I've been in travel since way back in the 90s, right? So I've always had my travel thing either on the side, or as it is now, it's my core businesses. But there was a time when I was running my travel business kind of like a hobby, and I had other businesses I was running. And while those businesses were eventually successful, it took a longer path and journey to get where I was able to get in a much shorter time frame, because I'm doing these 3 key things I'm about to share with you guys. So, hey, good morning. Monet says she loves the earrings. Aren't they the cutest? I got them at a little craft show, so thank you for that. So I'm going to share with you guys what it really takes. And a lot of these, the things that I'm sharing, it came by way of trial and error. It came by way of modeling what I learned from other mentors. It came by way of making a bunch of mistakes and figuring out there's no DIY process to getting to results faster. It's always these 3 things I have to do if I want success in anything I do, and especially in business. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Elizabeth. I see you guys joining. So first and foremost, the number 1 thing you have to decide about your business is, are you going to have an unwavering faith in your ability to make it a success? Okay, what do I mean by that? An unshakable, unwavering. If you know you have an idea to do some kind of business or my purpose in life is to help people follow their bliss into abundance. Most of the time that's through travel, because that's the industry that I'm from. But again, if you want to be the best landscaper, the best chef, the best ballet dancer, whatever your thing is, whatever your dream is, whatever your bliss is, do you have that unshakable faith where no one can tell you, oh, you can't do that because blah, 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 right? So you have to make a decision. Am I going to own my dream? Am I going to lean into my dream? Am I going to let it sit here in the core of me like it is already done and be that confident before the first day you ever even begin in your business? And here's why you need that unshakable faith going in, because it's going to get hard. There's going to be roadblocks. As an entrepreneur, there's going to be stuff that pops up, right? Entrepreneurs don't see barriers, right? When as an entrepreneur, if I see a roadblock, I'm like, okay, can I go under? Can I go over? Can I go over the top? Like, what's the way to get around this thing that I need to get around so my business can get to its goal of being successful or whatever the goal is, right? So you have to be able to come with that confidence to go, to know problems are going to come, problems are going to show up, eat them for breakfast. Eat the problems for breakfast. So number 1 is decide you're going to have that unshakable faith with whatever you want to move forward on. And if you are wrapping up 2020 in your business, you want to really do it big next year, or you want to do, double in size, or, go after that dream, you have to make that decision that no one's going to be able to talk you out of it. That's number 1. If people can talk you out of it, like, you have to either go back and reset your mindset and go at it again, or protect and create a new circle. I saw a great quote the other day that said something along the lines of, if your circle doesn't root for you and cheer you on and lift you up, get a new circle, right? And sometimes it's friends and family, and although we love them, they're going to tell us, well, I don't know, why would that work, or why would this work, or they're projecting their fears on your dream. They're vomiting their fears on your dream. And at that moment, you have a choice to either buy into their shit or to move forward with your unshakable faith that you are going to go out and create or do whatever it is you're going to accomplish, that you want to accomplish. So make sure you're deciding to do that, because when the people pop up that are going to tell you it's crazy, it can't be done, da-da-da, never heard of that, blah, 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 you got to be able to filter that stuff out and stay forward on your path so you can get to the next step, right? So unshakable faith, that is number 1. And if you have, some of those people or some of those fears, some of it's working on yourself and what you believe you deserve and what you believe you're capable of. Some of it is getting through some of that stuff, so there might be a little work to be done there, and that's okay. That's totally normal, by the way. I am scared so many times when I pay for big things. Sometimes I go to conferences that are $5,000. Sometimes I buy a mastermind that's $10,000. Sometimes I do extended training programs that are $20,000. I do crazy stuff to grow and get past roadblocks in my business. Every time I'm scared, but I do it anyway. Right? Because I know I have to get over that whatever barrier. So, and a lot of times it's not financial, it's just right here, right? It's those thoughts of like, ooh, who am I to do this? Or can I do this? Or whatever. So just know that you might have to do some internal work. Think about your circle, who's in it, and do you need to improve it? Do you need to maybe, and I'm not saying cut people out of your life, but sometimes you can keep them at a distance so you can stay on your own positive path of whatever you're trying to accomplish. All right, what's next? Crystallizing and getting clear on your goals. And, you know, everybody says, oh, set your goals, so boring. I know, but here is why. You need to know exactly what your goal is. Is your goal to, like, I had a goal 18 months ago that I wanted to get to a place where we were doing 6 figures a month across our travel businesses. And so I wrote on a whiteboard in my office, I drew 100K a month, and I drew a circle, and then I drew spokes and everything I knew we would have to do in order to get to that goal. So whatever your goal is, maybe it's 100K a year. Maybe you're starting there, and that's awesome. Maybe it's 50K a year. I don't know. Maybe it's to be the ballerina or the chef or the whatever. So whatever your big goal is, you need to get clear on it instead of doing the opposite. And what I see so much is people say, I'm going to try this thing. I'm going to see how it goes. They do the whole see how it goes approach. Here's the problem with the see how it goes approach. It's too easy not to hold yourself accountable. It is too easy not to hold yourself accountable. Okay? So why is accountability important? The minute you are not hitting your goals, that should be a huge thing for you, that I'm not on track to hit my path. What do I need to adjust to get to my goal? Okay, so getting clear on that goal from day one so you can hold yourself accountable to it. Do you guys see how that feels different? Give me like a little emoji or a thumbs up or a love or something like that. Here's why it's different. When you set the goal and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be here, it does put a little pressure on you, and you're going to work harder. You're going to go do things to try to get to that path. But if you're sitting back and going, yeah, let me try some stuff and let's just see what the results are. Well, you're going to maybe have a little result, but if you're never working towards that big goal, it's too easy to get into that mode where you're settling for whatever the thing is that happens. It's a much more lackadaisical approach. It is a recipe into mediocrity is what it is if you do not set goals. Setting goals gives you clarity. Clarity is power. Clarity is power for whatever you are trying to accomplish in your life, whatever that may be. So getting clear on that goal, mapping it, decide the things that you need to do to move forward in your path, and that will get you started. And by the way, once you start your goal, do the spoke system like I did, right? We're getting ready to do a gold digger in a couple months, all sold out. We're going to have a whole bunch of amazing people in Orlando, and we're going to be mapping out their goals for 2020. We're going to do this piece of the exercise. What is the big audacious goal that you have for yourself? Now let's talk about how we map that. So you guys can start that process today as you're wrapping the end of the year, and think about that as you move forward. And what are the things that you know you need to do to get to that goal? There is no problem in business that can't be fixed. So if you have a gap somewhere, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but if you have a gap somewhere, there's no problem that can't be fixed. It's just about modifying and adjust. You know, businesses are malleable if you let them be. If you don't get stuck in your path of this isn't working or that didn't work, or, you know, going down that, you know, ask yourself, what do I need to do to change, modify, or adjust to get to whatever that big goal is? Okay. So number 3 thing that I do religiously in my business, and you might say, well, Cyndi, you've already made it. That's great. You can probably just sit back and go on vacation. I could, but business is always changing, right? So, and my job, my number 1 job is to help other people grow and scale their travel businesses. So I better stay on top of my game for knowing how to help them do that. Right? So on a regular basis, both for my business and for the things that we do at Careers on Vacation to help people grow their travel businesses, I do an incredible amount of investing in myself for future growth. So sometimes that investment is time, the learning that it takes to do things. A lot of times it is working with certain mentors, attending conferences that I need to go to. I just signed off on my training budget for the year, and it's almost $30,000. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But I have to go to a lot of conferences to make sure that we are staying up on the knowledge and making sure I'm working with certain people and making sure I get the information that I need to keep my businesses running at top tier. And then I take all that information back and I parlay it into what's working in the travel industry, because we test it, right, with our award-winning travel agency. And then I share it with all my clients. So that $30,000 investment, I turn into education and knowledge that not only helps me grow my companies, but it helps me work with a few hundred people next year in growing their businesses. So if I am spending 30 grand to make way more than that and help other people make more than that, is that a good investment for me? Yes. And look, I'm not asking you to invest 30 grand. Obviously, as your business grows, your investment level will go in different places. But what is a small investment somewhere in something that you know you need to fix in your business that you need to do to get you on the right path? Sometimes it's training, sometimes it's working with a mentor, sometimes it's automation or systems. I don't know what the answer is. In travel businesses, there's usually a few core problems that lead people to our front door, which is, I don't know how to get customers. If you don't know how to get customers or get leads on a regular basis, that's a problem, especially if you want to make more money and have more abundance in your travel business. Teaching people how to get more leads, that happens through marketing, right? So that's something like our Careers on Vacation program, where we teach you how to set up a marketing machine. Or sales. Are you closing? Maybe you're getting lots of leads, but you can't close the deal. Do you need to become a better salesperson? Right? Maybe it's how to position yourself as an expert. That's another one that pops up in travel businesses. Maybe it's how to even be a travel advisor or travel agent if you don't know where to start with those pieces, right? So identify in your goal. If your goal is to have a portable, profitable travel business, that's the #1 goal of most of our clients. What are the things that you need to do to make all of those things happen, right? So I want to encourage you guys to think about that, and where do you need to invest to get to your dream? And don't take the see how it goes approach, because you're going to end up in mediocrity, or worse yet, you're going to end up frustrated and you're going to end up giving up, and you don't want to be in that space either. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Those are my top 3 tips. It's exactly the formula that I follow every year to help grow and scale, and how we've been able to make such massive growth in the last 5 years, but especially in the last 2 years, we've really been putting all those efforts in place. And listen, if you're looking for a little bit more where your travel business is concerned, or you're thinking about getting into the industry, make sure you apply ideally before January, because we are super, super busy. It's not uncommon for us to be on wait lists starting the 2nd week of January, because that's when everyone decides to kind of move forward. Get your application in now for the Careers on Vacation program. That's the 12-week mastermind where we're going to teach you all of those things: sales, marketing, how to be a travel advisor. If you're experienced, we're going to teach you how to work with teams and how to do all the things that you need to do if you're already an experienced. We have 2 tracks: new agent track, and then we have an experienced owner track. So there's 2 different paths you can take on Careers on Vacation, but we are sold out right now. So as our graduates graduate, that is when we can grant the next seats in. So we are already waitlisted for spots into future weeks. But if you apply and get accepted before the 23rd of December, you actually get a free week. So that's a really, that's a cool bonus, because we're off for the holidays, but there's still support and things happening during that holiday week, which is cool too. So guys, I love you so much. I hope everyone's having a happy holiday season wherever you are in the world, and however you celebrate the holidays. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. If you want to apply for Careers on Vacation, go to careersonvacation.com/ready. Now is a quick application process, and hopefully we'll work together in the new year and make 2020 your best year ever. See you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Meg loves to travel. She's tired of her stressful job and wishes she could have her own travel business. Meg heard travel agents get amazing discounts and work from home or while they travel. This sounds perfect, but Meg has no idea where to start. Meg is worried she will fail because she's never worked in travel, and launching a business is overwhelming. That's when Meg found Careers on Vacation, which taught Meg everything she needed to launch her portable, profitable travel business. Meg got to work with industry expert Cyndi Williams and the Careers on Vacation team to launch her travel business in just weeks. Now Meg is helping families book dream vacations, earning amazing commissions, and traveling the world. Meg is so grateful she found Careers on Vacation.